Hello and welcome. This is a video about this game, Duro Dogs. I'm not affiliated with Duro Dogs in any way. I'm a player of Duro Dogs. You can find an affiliate refer link in the doobly-doo if you would like, or just go to durodogs.com. I don't care. I don't even know what I get for referring you. This is a doggy dress-up game. You can choose stuff to dress your dog in. The stuff you dress in your dog in, some of it is somewhat fancy, and some of it is just basically free. You can just dig things up for free. Right now, if you dig, you get this stuff. It's, this is, what is that? Waluigi? They have Mario hats, and I don't mean to, if I was affiliated with them, I wouldn't say they have Mario hats. They have no such thing. They have a Duro Dogs hat that is not affiliated with any properties. And you can dig up these things that are not affiliated with Pac-Man, which is, there's a meme about Pac-Man that you may know in the BSV community, so that's Mimi. Okay, this is a doggy dress-up game with items that you can collect and dress your dog up in them. You don't have, the game is free. You get a free dog. This was my free dog. I named it Dave. It was during the Kleiman trial, so I named it Dave after Dave Kleiman. And I guess I got lucky and got a purple dog. I get your first. You get a random dog, and mostly you get a brown dog, and so a purple dog is special. But whatever, they're all pretty. The brown dogs are nice too. And with your free dog, you can train it by doing these things. You do the activities, and it gets experience, and your dog gets better, and then you can dig, and you can do better digging, and then this is the best digging, and then you just get a few treats, mostly, but sometimes, maybe, if you're lucky, you get a hat or something. So, it's an unpredictable reward, which gives you dopamine. Yay! I did it! Oh, a rare! Rare! It's not that rare, because you can just dig for a while and you get them. So it's not really like, it's not very gambly. It's just that you dig and then you get stuff like an alien collar. Got it? And then you can put on your alien collar and wear it. I already have so much stuff that I already have a bunch of alien collars. And then you put on your alien collar and you can wear it. And then it's not just this is the base like game where you train your dog and stuff. But then there's other games coming soon. A game, it shows chess, but I think it's more of a card game, like a magic type game, where your stuff has powers and gives you points and stuff. And this is the game they have so far where you race. And this is, you can play for free, or you can, this gets gambly. If you start playing $100, don't do that. I don't work for Haste Arcade either, and I would like to say, don't do that. Don't pay $100 to play. You can play for free, or you can pay a penny. And then if you pay for a penny, then it will, the people who played before you, like if you can't beat their score, you have to give them part of your penny. Because it can give them a part of a penny, because this is BSV, and it works great. Like all of the people in the top 10 score list all get a part of your penny. Okay, so let me try to explain, like, not just, this is a doggy dress-up game, but we could play other dress-up games. The world is full of many things. This is a good game, I like it, but there's so many games you could play, and so many things you could do in the complicated world. Why this? Why Duro Dogs? Why does it matter? And the fact that I can split this penny up 10 ways, or 11 ways, some of it goes to Haste Arcade, but that's part of it. This is a very effective cash system. And so we can, like, you can have stuff, which a lot of the people involved with this are very right-wing, and they're like, individual responsibility, you should have and own stuff, which, like, I do not agree with. I'm left-wing. I'm a communist, in fact. But even communists believe in owning stuff. Communists don't believe that we should own all the stuff individually, and think that we should own stuff together, like factories or something should be owned by, like, a factory co-op, right? Not that, like, you shouldn't be allowed to have some, like, silly dog sunglasses. So, like, this is, like, something where we're allowed to be and allowed to do. You can take a penny and split it up a dozen ways, and you can have some little sunglasses and play with them in a game, which sounds funny, because, like, don't we do that? Isn't that what the internet is? Isn't the web full of things where you can get little sunglasses? Sure. But, like, then your sunglasses go away, and you're like, where did they go? And you have to write to support and say, where did my sunglasses go? And they don't fucking know, because are there sunglasses? Is it even real? It's difficult to explain, because the difference is that this is real. These cute little doggies are like the cute little doggies you'd see in any video game. They bark and they roll around and they do tricks and they get prizes. But the difference is that they're real. And so this is an invitation to you to join a real world inside the computer. Even though it uses stuff you're familiar with, like games and computers and stuff, it has more substance to it. And we want to invite you into this world with a new, different amount of substance. And we can't do that. We can't, like, invite you in for this might seem silly. This is silly. But we can't invite you into this new world by saying, welcome to this new world. Here is a house. We put your house on the chain. Here's a house, right? I can't give you a house. But I could give you one of these little, not affiliated with any particular block game necklaces, because you can dig them up for free, or you can buy them for 10 cents. There's a market over here that they just added, and you can go to the rarest and fanciest of things, which is this is still so tame compared to whenever I look at NFTs on other chains other than BSV. I'm like, what are you doing? They're really paying thousands of dollars for like a picture of a penguin, but this is silly enough. There's people paying hundreds of dollars for this sorcerer hat just because there's only 25 of the sorcerer hat. But you do not have to do that. That is not what this is about. There are many items that are not the sorcerer's hat. This is a green wizard hat and only costs a couple dollars. So if you don't have to have a sorcerer hat, you can just get the wizard hat. Or I like to sort by price ascending, and then you can get any of these things they put in a minimum price of 10 cents. I know where you can get it. I know a guy who knows a guy. You can go on the street. You can totally get bow ties and stuff for 4 cents. That's the street price for bow ties and stuff. Okay? So it's just like a thing that only costs some of them there's a lot, and some of them are more rare. This is a nice marketplace site. This is just their first release of it, and it's already really nice. You can turn this and you see more and more rare things. And some of this, there's only a few of some of the things, so that makes them special. And you might want to pay extra for a special golden crown that there are only a few of. People like this, it's fun. It's fun how it follows your character around. But I haven't paid a bunch for a UFO hat, and I'm not gonna, because I don't think it looks that pretty. But I did pay $1 for this Liberty Crown, and $1 or $2 something for this powdered wig one, because I think those ones are pretty, and I wanted them. I got these antennas for 10 cents. They were like 50 cents, but then I snagged them when they were cheap. That's from an earlier set when people were digging earlier. So you get a free dog, and you get to dig for free, and then you find things, and most of the things you find are worth 4 cents, which is fine, because the other chains have some problems. We could get into that. It's complicated. But the other chains have got some problems, and they can't give you 4 cents. They charge you 4 cents, or they charge you 40 cents, or $4, and that's kind of confused. But we can give you things. These are all NFTs, the things you dig up for free, or if you buy something for 4 cents, that's a little NFT. Yay! I got a hat. Anti-plumber. See? It's just an anti-plumber. Who knows? Who knows what that might be a reference to? And it's a way we can welcome you in with something little and cute, because we can't like start by giving you a bunch of money or giving you a house. Like, they sleep, and when they're tired, when they've been going for a while, they sleep and get tired. It's something we can welcome you into a different kind of internet. That's so different, it's not even the internet. It's kind of the next thing after the internet. And things here have value because they're real at all. Because there's only a certain amount of these things. And if I have the antennas, it means you can't have the antennas. And so that means that they could have a price. They could have a price like 4 cents. In the web, nothing costs anything. You can't give someone 4 cents or something that costs 4 cents, because everything is imaginary, and imaginary things are worth everything or nothing. Whereas this is much more tangible. It's granular. It has a texture to it that you can feel. And so you should watch out. If someone tells you to buy things, you don't need to buy stuff. Like, to get into this new world, you don't need to pay a bunch for a sorcerer's hat. Don't do that. You don't need to pay $100 to play a video game. You don't need any of that. You can play this for free, and you will get a little 4-cent item, and you can just feel the texture of it. You can sell your item for 4 cents, and then you can say like hundreds of things on BitChat using your 4 cents, and that. So, just chill out. Just chill out. NFTs can be chill. Look how chill Bloom is. I got Bloom from someone, so he came with the name Bloom. Oh, he's barking. Look at how chill Bloom is. You can be as chill as Bloom, and NFTs can just be something you get for free and play with. Okay. Sign up below. Thanks for watching. Bye.